Hi guys, it's Jack here again with another YouTube video, and this time, as promised, I am doing an MLS squad builder for you, and it's going to be a silver team. I did actually use this team, well, not this team, this league last FIFA, and I find it won me so many games because I just went for pure pace. I think I had Win and Opara centre backs with the three strikers, all 92 plus pace. It just won me so many games. I used to get so many hate messages. I think one was, "I wish your family would die of cancer" and stuff like that. I wish I had the messages to show you, but yeah, it was quite amusing. But this year I've decided to go for a little less pace. This isn't going to be my main team, so I've kind of just put in some low price players that I think could do a good job. I mean, it's not a team that's necessarily going to win loads of games, but it's an interesting enough team. So let's start with the goalkeeper, and it is this guy here, Bill Hamid. He is playing for DC United. Quite an interesting player. You can see there, 70 diving, 72 handling. He's a solid goalkeeper, and he's only young. He's 21 years old, so he's got some future ahead of him. He was on trial at West Brom in the Premier League at one point for a week or so, and he does have one cap for the USA as well. So he's a promising keeper, 6'3", I believe, and solid enough, and I think he'll do a good job for me. First centre back we have here Bakary Soumer. And the reason I got this guy is because his strength is unbelievable. 91 strength. I think he's going to be a kind of Christoph Samba type defender, just winning everything in the air, muscling off strikers, and I think a lot of strikers will find it hard to get past him. His pace obviously isn't the best, and that is kind of the downfall, but you're going to expect some low kind of stats with silver players, but he's definitely a player that I think could do a good job for me. He's from Mali, and he plays for Philadelphia Union. This right centre back that I've decided to go with is John Hurtado. He plays for Seattle Sounders, and he is from Colombia, I believe. He's got 81 jumping, and he's only 5'11", but I think the jumping will make up for that. And once again, I think these two are going to be two pretty solid centre backs. Obviously, pace isn't great. 66 pace for Hurtado isn't too bad, but they're just solid defenders, really. He does also have a wife called Desiree, after I did a bit of background information on him, and a child called Paolo. So look out for Paulo Hurtado in the future. I'm sure he'll be a massive star. Right back, here we go. We have Lee Young-Pyo. Now, a few of you might recognise him from his time at Tottenham Hotspur in England. He did have a spell there. I'm not sure how long he was there for, but I think he did put in quite a few performances there. I think he was also at Borussia Dortmund for a brief time. He's also got 127 caps for South Korea, and I thought that was pretty impressive if you ask me. As you can see there, his stats fairly solid. Shooting obviously not the best, but you don't want a right back for shooting. As you can see there, just kind of even enough stats. He plays for the Whitecaps. And now the left back, and it is going to be Roy Miller. Now, he's Costa Rican and he plays for New York Red Bulls, and this guy, I just find his strength absolutely amazing. 90 strength, I was not expecting that. From his card, I don't know, he doesn't look the player with the most strength. He's got quite good pace as well, pretty good pace. His physical stats, when I had a look at them earlier, were very impressive. I think he's 27, 28 years old, and 187 centimetres tall. He is quite a tall player, and I think he is going to be one of the standout performers of this team. So definitely somebody to look out for, and somebody that maybe a lot of you who are making an MLS team should think about purchasing. Okay, let's go on to the first of our two centre mids. Now, we're going to go for this guy here, Joseph. Now, Joseph is somebody that I did have on my FIFA 12 Ultimate Team, and he was the only player with outstanding pace. His pace was still not too shabby. I've seen a lot worse. But this guy has a great long shot on him. He can just hit it. He can just power it in from anywhere. If you get the chance from 30 yards, just have a go, because 9 times out of 10 he's going to test the keeper at least. And he was also pretty solid at penalties, I found, on FIFA 12. So I did use him a lot for penalties, and he does have a 4-star weak foot, I believe. So yeah, definitely a decent player. Plays for Chivas USA now. I think he used to play for New England. But yeah, I think he was also caught up in some kind of drug abuse thing at one point. So yeah, definitely a bit of a dodgy player. Well, not dodgy player, but maybe a dodgy person. I'm not really sure. Don't want to pick on Joseph too much. Right, let's go for our other centre mid, and it is going to be Juninho. Now, this Juninho, no, it's not the one that strikes great free kicks. He did so for Lyon a few seasons back. And no, it's not the one that played for Middlesbrough a few years ago. He was also a very talented footballer. But this guy, you know, he can hold his own. He looks like a very good player. He plays for LA Galaxy. He is Brazilian like the other two Juninhos. 75 pace, fairly decent. He's 5'6", so very short. But he does have 81 shot power and 82 long shots. So again, if you get the chance with either of these two centre midfielders, just have a pop from anywhere, because they're gonna be able to score some long range goals. Let's move on to our left mid. It's actually a left wing, because I haven't changed the position. So down we go. And this guy I love. It is Camilo. Camilo plays for Vancouver Whitecaps like Lee Young-pyo, and he is Brazilian like Juninho. And this guy has 4-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves, and 76 pace. Not too bad. 75 dribbling. So he's a talented player, and he's somebody that, if you're into your skill moves, you should definitely look at buying him and doing a few skills down that left wing. He's definitely a good player. And then our right wing is going to be Kai Kamara. Now, Kamara is a player that I kind of admire. I've watched a bit of the MLS, and he's a player I admire and I like watching a lot. Plays for a good team in Sporting Kansas. I think he's from Sierra Leone, and he has 94 jumping. Now that is outstanding, and if you can swing the ball over from the left a few times, he is going to come in there at the back post, and he is going to win 99% of his headers at the back post with 94 jumping. I just find that incredible. 79 pace, not bad pace. You know, for wingers, they're quite pacey. There's pacier wingers out there. Dane Richards is another good option on the right wing, but definitely a good cheap option. As you can see here, I picked him up for only 150 coins. Now that is going to be an absolute bargain for me. Moving on to centre forward. This is my favourite player on the team, and this is the reason really that I built an MLS Silver team, because I actually follow this team, Portland Timbers, and Darlington Nagbe is a very exciting future prospect. I mean, he's not the complete player, not many players in the MLS are, but he is definitely a talented boy, and he's only 21 years old, and he's got, look at that pace, 87 pace, and just reading some of his stats here, 92 acceleration, 85 acceleration, 88 speed, and 92 something else, I can't remember what it was. But yeah, he does have a lot of pace, playing right down the middle, and he's got good kind of ball control. He's a good complete player really, and he's somebody that I think will score a lot of goals, just coming right down the centre there. And yeah, just a great player, and he has a big future ahead of him, I'm sure. Now the striker, I decided to go for this guy purely because he's somebody that I know quite well. Now, I'm a West Bromwich Albion fan, and this guy did have a brief spell at West Bromwich Albion. He was awful for us, but he is pacey, Sergio McDonald. He's from the Netherlands. He plays for Chicago Fire. I think he's been there for a very short amount of time, maybe only 2-3 months, and he's got 85 pace, you can see there, and I'm sure he's the kind of player that his finishing is not bad in terms of MLS standards, so he will get you goals from the Netherlands, and he completes the team. I think it's a solid enough team for the coins that I've spent on the team. I'm sure it's one that will get me a fair few amount of wins in the lower divisions, but once you get up to these top divisions it will be difficult. But a solid silver team, and definitely one that I would recommend using. If not, go out and buy a few of these players and try them out. That's going to be all from me today, guys. Please feel free to comment, leave a like or subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'm sure I'll see you again next time. Thanks.